Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, we're going to go over to CNN, and this is about a Detroit police chief says poor investigative work led to the arrest of a black mom who claims facial recognition technology played a role. The article is by Isabel Yip, and it says Detroit police chief on Wednesday blamed poor investigative work, not the use of facial recognition technology, for the arrest of a black mother who claimed in a lawsuit that she was falsely arrested early this year while 8 months pregnant. Portia Woodruff, age 32, was home one morning in February helping her 6 and 12-year-olds get ready for school when 6 Detroit police officers arrived at her door with an arrest warrant for carjacking and robbery. According to a federal lawsuit she filed last week, she was handcuffed, taken to jail, and booked, the lawsuit says. On Wednesday, Detroit Police Chief James White told reporters that it was his department's inadequate work on the case that led to the arrest. I have no reason to conclude at this time that there have been any violations with the DPD facial recognition policy, White said during a news conference on Wednesday. However, I have concluded that there has been a number of policy violations by the lead investigator in the case. White held the news conference to address the allegations Woodruff made in her filing last week, stemming from a February 16th arrest. Woodruff said she learned she was implicated in an alleged incident after the facial recognition software hit, as well as the carjacking victim's alleged identification of her in a lineup of 6 photos that included her mugshot from a 2015 arrest, the complaint states. Wow, that's crazy. The lawsuit also alleges Detroit police engaged in the pattern of racial discrimination of Woodruff and other black citizens by using facial recognition technology practices proven to misidentify black citizens at a higher rate than others, in violation of the equal protection guaranteed by Michigan's 1976 Civil Rights Act. The police chief said a detective involved in the case incorrectly presented an image generated by the facial recognition technology to the victim, which violated the department's policy of not using facial recognition photos in lineups. The facial recognition software, White said, gave the investigator dozens of possibilities of who the suspect was and was meant to be the launch of the investigative point for detectives to determine who should be presented in a photo lineup. What this is very, very poor investigative work that led to a number of inappropriate decisions being made along the lines of in the investigation, and that's something this team is committed to, not only correcting, having accountability, having transparency with the community, and in building policy immediately to ensure, regardless of tools being used, this never happens, White said. The Detroit Police Department plans to implement 3 reforms in response to the incident, White said. Those include requiring an independent reason for believing that a suspect presented in a lineup could have committed the crime. The lawsuit comes as facial recognition technology and its potential risks are under scrutiny as experts warn about AI's tendency towards errors and bias, along with the dangers of inaccurate facial recognition usage. In recent years, researchers have cautioned against the widespread use of technology like facial recognition that may lead to race or gender discrimination. A 2019 study conducted by the United States government found many facial recognition algorithms were far more likely to misidentify racial minorities than white people. Native Americans and blacks and Asian people were all disproportionately more likely to be affected, according to the study by the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Testing found that some algorithms were up to 100 times more likely to confuse two different non-white people, the agency said at the time. In the face of those concerns, several cities nationwide have banned the use of facial recognition by city officials, including San Francisco, Somersville, Massachusetts. Okay. CNN's Justin Gamble and Jennifer Henderson contributed to this report. And yeah, this is crazy, man. Well, I mean, if you look at it, yeah, I mean, it is a real issue that they haven't, rolled it out. I'm more surprised at the fact that they actually rolled out the facial recognition for police departments and it hasn't been put through its paces in terms of being able to recognize. And why is the program so biased to people of color? That is another issue and another question that I have per se. The people that program these AIs, I believe, in my opinion, not backed by any facts or anything like this, it's just my opinion, so take this for a grain of salt. The people that programmed these AIs did not do a good job in terms of being able to have the algorithm spot what it's specifically supposed to spot. Why is it that it confuses two people that are not Caucasian or white compared to people that are minority, which are Asian, Native Americans, and black people? It really has me scratching my head. Is it that the AI technology is biased? Or is it that the people that actually made the AI and programmed the AI is biased? You be the judge, But for me, that's a red flag for me. It has the potential to possibly be another tool in a bias situation. The more and more the technology becomes advanced and more it becomes widely used, it could destroy or have the potential to destroy a lot of people's lives, to falsely accuse people. It's bad enough that we got to worry about Karens and Kens, okay, and Uncle Rufus's. Now people of color have to worry about, AI, So, it's really crazy to me. I laugh, but it's not a laughing matter. And I would like to know what you guys think about it. So now's the time to drop down in the comments, as we always do. And come chop it up with me and give me your opinion. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And with that, you guys, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate all the support, the likes and the comments. And with that, you guys, I will get with you in the next one.